Ancient rulers often kept collections of animals. These were symbols of their power and wealth. Egyptian pharaohs, for instance, kept exotic animals like lions and giraffes. They built elaborate enclosures to house these creatures. In China, emperors created grand imperial menageries. These menageries housed a vast diversity of animals from across their empire. These collections were not open to the public. They were a privilege reserved for the elite. The ancient Greeks and Romans also displayed a fascination with wild animals. They captured and displayed animals for entertainment in arenas. These spectacles drew huge crowds, showcasing the power of these empires. During the Middle Ages, the tradition of keeping exotic animals continued. Royal courts across Europe maintained menageries as symbols of prestige. These collections often included animals gifted from other rulers. These medieval menageries were primarily for the entertainment of the nobility. Animals were often kept in cramped and inadequate conditions. There was little understanding of their needs. One famous example is the Tower of London Menagerie. Established in the 13th century, it housed a variety of exotic animals, including lions, elephants, and even a polar bear. The practice of keeping exotic animals gradually spread beyond royal courts. Wealthy individuals began to assemble their own private collections, showcasing their wealth and status. The 18th century witnessed a growing interest in natural history. Scientists and naturalists began to study animals in more detail. This led to a shift in perspective regarding the treatment of captive animals. In 1793, the Menagerie du Jardin des Plantes in Paris opened its doors to the public. This marked a turning point in the history of zoos. It was the first zoo to prioritize scientific study and public education. The opening of the London Zoo in 1828 further popularized the concept of public zoos. These early zoos aimed to educate the public about the natural world. They also played a role in scientific research and conservation efforts. The establishment of public zoos marked a significant shift in how people viewed animals. It fostered a growing appreciation for wildlife and the need for conservation. The late 19th and early 20th centuries saw a rapid expansion of zoos worldwide. With advancements in science, zoos increasingly focused on animal welfare and research. Zoos began to design more spacious and naturalistic enclosures. These aimed to mimic the animals' natural habitats. The goal was to improve the well-being of captive animals. They also played a crucial role in breeding endangered species. Zoos developed breeding programs to help conserve animals threatened with extinction. Education became a central focus of zoos during this period. Zoos created educational exhibits and programs to teach visitors about animal behavior, conservation, and the importance of protecting wildlife. Section 5: Zoos in Crisis, the challenges of the 20th century. The mid-20th century brought new challenges for zoos. Animal welfare movements raised concerns about keeping animals in captivity. There was growing criticism of the traditional zoo model. Zoos faced criticism for keeping animals in cramped and unnatural enclosures. The use of animals for entertainment, such as performing animal shows, also came under scrutiny. The financial sustainability of zoos became a concern. Rising operating costs and changing public attitudes forced zoos to re-evaluate their practices and find new ways to stay relevant. Section 6: The Dawn of Conservation, a new era for zoos. In response to these challenges, zoos underwent a period of significant transformation. They shifted their focus towards conservation and education. Zoos recognized the need to play a more active role in protecting endangered species. Zoos established global networks and partnerships to coordinate conservation efforts. They participated in breeding programs for endangered species. They also supported research and conservation projects in the wild. This new focus on conservation helped to improve the public image of zoos. It also highlighted the important role zoos could play in protecting global biodiversity. Section 7: Modern Zoos as conservation champions protecting endangered species. Today, many zoos are at the forefront of conservation efforts. They actively participate in breeding programs for endangered species. These programs aim to increase the populations of threatened animals. Zoos also play a crucial role in educating the public about conservation issues. They conduct research to better understand animal behavior and ecology. This research helps to inform conservation strategies in the wild. Zoos contribute to conservation funding through visitor revenue and donations. They work with local communities and governments to protect wildlife habitats. Section 8. Education and engagement connecting people with wildlife. Modern zoos are committed to educating the public. They want to inspire people to care about wildlife conservation. They do this through interactive exhibits, educational programs, and behind-the-scenes experiences. Zoos create immersive exhibits that mimic natural habitats. They provide visitors with an up-close look at animals from around the world. These exhibits often include information about animal behavior, conservation status, and the threats they face in the wild. Many zoos offer educational programs for all ages. These programs teach about animal care, conservation, and the importance of protecting biodiversity. Section 9. The future of zoos, balancing entertainment with ethical considerations. Zoos face ongoing challenges in balancing entertainment with ethical considerations. The debate continues over the ethics of keeping animals in captivity. Zoos are constantly striving to improve animal welfare. They are creating larger, more stimulating enclosures that provide animals with greater choice and control over their environment. The future of zoos depends on their ability to adapt to changing societal values. They must continue to prioritize conservation, education, and animal welfare to remain relevant and garner public support.